In any case, when I retire, after this stint, of course, I'm going to go into full-time farming. If you want to see me, you have to come here onto the farm.
Research just say out of Ghanaian 100 Ghana cedis bi obi abenya e dey free adwuma o ye bia no emi 42 Ghana cedis directly ekwa aduana to mu eno ama ene Ghana for ho kire mo papa because say over 42% from 42 Ghana cedis from 100 Ghana cedis enko e to aduane a ensuo maaye lord fam maaye dan sika untinto ho water bill untinto ho light bill untinto ho unto atade unko ayie unko asori to correction we na ubeda bobra. I will go into full-time farming when I retire from politics. Sad news, good news, bad news, better news. We every John Dramani Mahama, my president, your president, our president. Hey, Papa say or retire from politics, which is 2028. The next agenda, the next destination, the next place I'll be hunu na Papa no. I bet I know what is 70 years old. No, this 70 because I say this is the 7. Until by 2028, next Papa no 70 years o'clock. Or say after that, or go into farming, full-time farm because and then the farms are and easy. Who go pay the no far or draw and doke sepa and yadoketwa. Indeed for now, or catch Ghana food in say farming is the next big thing. Edema Africans, especially ye Ghanaians. Onim the entire we Ghana ni we youth, we professional, we juma our office, on for farming enka home. Who weekends out it nefi going to farming. Who sikano, you might not have the time. And to hear say every single minute biano, who tear from what me for perform na ye. Name no once in a while, go check it. What for one said the echo suno, a kama and I say nye kama. Make sure say the uye biano, or the farming back on kai. Say now we are farmers day. Of course, ugo piemu ewo a friend say asante mampon nipa onya best female farmer na oye nurse ni and best female farmer eti uhe nurse ni young girl na order aye possible say Ghana ni bia a na admin say best order regardless of adwuma wo ye no betima ye binti nurse ya de ye do afu nurse ya ye ni na operation all farming ye na ye gwakodo o say the reason why on the agric minister honorable Ekopokudi komo emanu say na idea and vision na agenda our the best already set ema Ghana ye agric business no eko into different level no say obe make sure say every institution, every profession, every person in Ghana finds agriculture as an attractive business obe to invest into it in the churches are involved into or the junior high and senior high why the compulsory. I
will soon launch the school agriculture program. We're asking all secondary schools and tertiary education institutions to have a school farm where they can produce their own chicken, they can produce their own livestock, goats, small ruminants, goats, sheep, and big ruminants like cattle. But also produce their own vegetables, their tomatoes, their peppers, their okra, and all the other vegetables that they eat. And so we've appointed a national school agriculture coordinator, and soon we shall launch that program, and I believe it will also contribute to Ghana's food security.
We know what I try to say, until say, among for more Ghana, but you say this is a crime more a different country. Malaysia, China, who the entire free education ye, Adriani Amoye, Yasen Colano, and Mona every China, Malaysia, Adenti. Abraham Mona for Jedua, I intiminto, a go from I say. Was you know, and that's the reason why what out that say senior high schools feeding school feeding program. A bien you ho said Diana ye did feed school color from primary junior friends junior high. ABC senior high school say omunya aduane o de bi ABC da aduane o made in Ghana food produced in Ghana nti fit Ghana agenda no omoso ano dey starting nti nani abre say farming there ono ankasa o say retire or say go back agoto aso akoye ne farms enti o person make sure say the farming ay a lucrative business no Ghana ni bia di ne ho hyem a ye beduru ekire ebeboa ya ma ye sika ebeboa ma ye nya hoton tentem enti Ghana ni bia no you are ready, you are going to go into farming because ono at the time of already 70 years as a former president nka no betima ton nko onhia hwe na ye betwa ne ka ama still na no aton no or going into farming na ohun de ye excuse edema me anawo say oye office worker oye den go into farming now,
which are very productive. And so next year we're going to use a pivot system so that we can have enough water for irrigation, and it will allow us to do 2 crops instead of 1 crop a year. We have equipment, different kinds of equipment. They're working well, but after sales service is a problem. A lot of the dealers sell you the equipment, but once you buy the equipment, sometimes you can't get the parts, spare parts. And so what we need to do is to standardize the equipment and make sure that anybody who's selling agricultural machinery in Ghana is able to offer the farmers after sales service. Because right now is the harvest time. One of our combined harvesters is down and they don't have the parts. They have to order them from outside. If we say we're waiting for them to bring the parts from outside, by the time the parts come, bushfire would have finished this crop. Happily, one of our neighbors has a good combined harvester, and that is what you saw me riding. We have hired it from him to come and help us, to be able to harvest all the crops before the fires come in. And that's why I believe that we must have farmer service centers where we have specialized agencies repairing and operating the machinery, and then let the farmer farm and let somebody provide him the service of the machines so that it doesn't have to be his headache. Today my headache is about this combined harvester, how to get a part. It should have been somebody's headache. And mine should just be to procure my seeds, get my fertilizers, and be able to grow my crops. And so it's a good experience, but farming is my life. I love it. And I'm sure if I didn't go into politics, I'll be a full-time farmer. In any case, when I retire, after this stint, of course, I'm going to go into full-time farming. If you want to see me, you have to come here onto the farm.
Minority say, only the president can namunti or say president the budget and the buy no. Contrary to in some more come back agriculture. And I'm saying, yes, ma'am. According to minority leader Alexander Afenyo Marcus Afenyo, Papa say government and neglected a friend say rice farm. Ada over 5 billion rice. Anna, you leave a man that walk waste. And I'm saying, I say, and can oya day. John Dramani Mahama, now saying on one dose, no akoto the free farmers in ho. Jenny, no akoto free farmers, a national food buffer stock company limited ho. Rice no akoto. Adia Ghana for ye pay be a yenyu. The phone gofa. No maja go from Malaysia and Taiwan for emu because yes no ni boy fu ombaso no meton abodin e de amaye ana maja farmer na de no wurem indi farmer na de no emeduru fie ni mpo yakoto ana farmers ni so de cheap but still enurudum endi o best president Mahama osi ewoka kire traders ni say mungo to top farm debi but we have to find means and ways though. I say find means and ways sir importation say be bande the rice importation go yam bande now say you be focus but at the end of the day you have to also look and say you produce enough rice e beti market Ghana for and sana ya there I make it that bold move no because over bande we now say rice in ama now say ama no umono so wa na short so ya obent dey eno say scarcity na e be ban price be duru no and ya fe go to mo a yet you better more treba akwa 50 Ghana na bomu de nka yenka nko say yes no ko bi eje John Dramani Mahama said na niabre farming no person ending no na unim the sad news according to research after Farmers Day and research course between from Mofa Minister of Ministry of Food and Agriculture and UNEP ana 3 news joy friends TV3 other new network no 3 news omo ye research say out of Ghanaian 100 Ghana cedis bi obi abenya e dey free adwuma o ye bia no emi 42 Ghana cedis directly ekwa aduana to mu eno ama ene Ghana for ho kire omo papa because say over 42% from 42 Ghana cedis from 100 Ghana cedis enko e to aduane a ensuo maaye lord fair maaye dan sika untinto ho water bill untinto ho light bill untinto ho unto atade unko ayie unko asori to correction we ni na ubeda bobra ana me we mpo no momas we wrong because say ubedi dia no pa awia ane anumbre a 42 Ghana awa hema ene na wuti akura say but say what the town city ubwa 42 cities ni baba ko enso na family we 2 3 4 ane ye wawu nene ze wudi ye wiwi ye be bo mfu no mu se po no 100 Ghana uyi asa day 100 cities asa eno kura ndo se we management na duane banku ba ko 5 Ghana 7 Ghana banku no betima di 2 enam no onye nkoya ka se mo uye economics nti ugoto efere se ebia fish ba ko 10 cities eno nkoya se 20 ene uye mistake say banku nti omo nkruma fro ye eno kura no ebisa from 5 Ghana eko ebisu 3 Ghana eko faka ho banku so ni nsu ubenum nsu akasan sika na asan wie no ansa na wafaka o woku aduma awiadua na die mai anumre dua na die mai tena bedo anumre no boys anum kokoko no easy edu anumre a say no pa koko anumre koko na awia gobe the 24-hour economy no kick on go on my markets enti asebe yaduma wona wa me no enti sa na say boys na ye no enti sa so be ye omo ye na gwa enti ase but the question still remains adenti ana ye nuane no yado abuso ewo Ghana ha na still ye to aduane with that level that high cost of living yesu ni na ye nuane because the nipa nya bi ani ede a ana wa nya bi anka na ho ede a eden aduane so wodidi ami nya nso no wie etimi na te kona dwuma na afaka kona dwuma mankasa basic na ani ene John Dramani Mahama encourage us to come to farming. You come to farming. But even in our farming mode, no, and you are not can with them. And traders, rather, I go find them different towns and different countries ever. And therefore, I can with them. I'm not expensive ones are brilliant. I know more time. And no more time more. Banku go back. Fufu ni mkwana bayi. Utwa na ultimate. Bibia bo timiti esu timiti e Ghana apart from momo ton nuane na nua drivers 40 omo de so kakra omo ton monoro no eti so but the oton no abonten na ante so the ogofa akoton so a ono so ekoye wangofa ye de ye pharmacy de enti John Dramani Mahama say adenti ana ye all this produce egu ho a yes e ko different countries akwakofa bi sometimes ye nyamra na Ghana ni ya behave as Ghanaians sometimes I say young say catch them say I say ye intentional ye very intentional in developing Ghana and you ono or catch you be say so ono president our first step second thing why vice president pen why minister pen ni nachi also be go into farming na or expect say every single Ghanaian be so be na adwin say or be adapt say or the farming e be can other business e ho because in farming wetin my farmer at the same time any other business so you're doctor lawyer teacher friend is saying engineer whatever profession you can be and still be a farmer into John Dramani Mahama the message out there Ghana say I will go into full time farming when I retire from politics. Are you ready? Minority air keeps say 5 billion rice have been left to rot now nim kwaya move your fast just have 5 billion Ghana cedis rice no say and rot it abra enye traders ni mumfort na President Mahama effort for comment comment section I say will you consider farming, will you add farming to your side business? Do you think farming in John Dramani Mahama era idea be lucrative enough how you invest in yourself into farming ubenya mfaso anase farming no lip singing the message in a good dem we run to farming akabwa wom we carbon free wo wi still ne amanfo na ado awie omope obi ato amamo nya nton yi eno so bebo ade o message sen fa o naked truth watemo wateni fato comment section na say fama me we subscribe like na share mo unua so enya bi ehwe edi no ba ko pe Max Billian our naked truth on Oldboga Trends Macau. Bye bye.